Welcome to the Fifth Trooper Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Fifth Trooper Podcast. I think this is week 7 we've done in a row.
I've lost track.
It's good. And so we've had time to cool down from Adepticon, sort of. I'm actually, I don't want to show you my room floor because it's just covered with the swag that I've been I get there's a little Gunfighter Royale cartoon miniature cowboy figure. What am I gonna do? I don't know. I got a lot of little figures stuff I gotta root through and put in a box of miscellaneous. But Fifth Trooper, sorry, brain all over the place. Fifth Trooper, we're back. Legion. With me I've got Nick.
Hey guys, glad to be back.
And the new Permonit. I was trying to think of something funny, but that didn't come out right. Permanent member of the band.
Yeah, guys.
Austin.
Glad to be in the band.
Did you bring your electric kazoo?
Yeah, I've been practicing the kazoo, ready to get out there on stage and
all right, you get out there and you play your ass off, or else you're out. We'll throw you to the dogs, aka the forums. But
oh no, please no.
No, oh god, man,
Oh god, no, not the internet. Oh no.
Yeah, dude, for real though, it's I really only exist as my online presence in the big Discord and my own Discord I run and the Facebook groups. But even the Facebook group is I barely enter it anymore.
Yeah,
I should
I don't
be
anymore.
in the Reddit. I should probably be in the Reddit. I just haven't haven't thought about that in a while. Do you remember when it was just the FFG forums for the games and how crazy those were?
Or the
back when.
Wild. They were something. Low moderated wildlands of bad takes and awful advice.
So Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much. But actually,
would you rather get thrown into the Sarlacc pit, or would you rather get thrown into a bad Facebook chat? It's
oh god,
thing.
Yeah, dude, yo, low key.
At least the Sarlacc pit you can climb out of.
That's
yeah,
true.
Maybe.
You know what? It worked Boba Fett good. There hasn't been.
Oh, here we go.
This is sweet.
There hasn't been any news this week, really. No, we're going to talk about what's on screen here in a second. What's on screen is the announcing the Strike Me Down Star Wars Legion 2023 convention exclusive. No news. They announced everything at Adepticon, so everyone's kind of mulling over that. So we haven't had earth shattering anything, but we did get the diorama, which is something I've been wanting forever for Legion to do. So we finally got it. The con is it's only at cons. Pro is I always wanted it. Con is not everybody has
$1,000.
Yeah. It's going to be at Gen Con and the Star Wars Celebration in Europe. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's an alt sculpt of Luke and Vader in front of Palpatine on the Death Star, where Palpatine's sitting in his chair and they're on the raised up platform and they're crossing sabers, which to show the back of my screen, that scene from the Star Wars card game did a bunch of wallpapers, and I thought that art was really good. But it's Luke and Vader in that climactic battle, and it looks dope. And Luke and Vader are models that can be popped off the base and played with. They say Palpatine is not, but you could just
that could definitely happen.
you put a little base on
it. Like a droideka base just hopping around on his chair. That's totally legal, right?
Yeah, right. Well, if you look at the
normal
feet
base,
you look at the feet of Vader and Luke. He's pretty close. It's all I'm saying is if you rocked up with that and you put Palpatine down in the chair, I wouldn't even be mad. I'd actually be pretty impressed. So that's sick.
Silhouettes. He's a standard size,
Well, exactly, right?
Yeah, he looks that. Be awesome.
So I have some thoughts on this. I generally frown upon exclusivity of models. The pro is it's not these aren't special, this isn't a super op Vader, right? He's not like a different game piece. He's not like a different card, different stats. Neither is Luke. It's just an alt sculpt that look pretty good. I frown upon things that not everyone can get, but on the flip side, I understand that a lot of these cons, like, you're kind of required to have exclusives to like bring something to the con for the people who go there to kind of reward their traveling to your booth to buy it. I don't, end of the day, I don't like exclusives, mostly because I never could get the alt Vader they did, nor the Obi-Wan. And like, I play a lot of Legion, man. Like, I've got a crap load of Legion stuff, but I can't get 2 models that were like released product. That sucks.
That feels bad when you're.
It's like a first world problem, sure, but yeah, it's like, I just don't like because then it's just gonna hit scalping prices, right? And it's gonna be like, like you said, $1,000. Yeah, right. Like I do have the alt Luke, but those were reasonable to get.
Even a little more widespread.
Yeah, even at the high, like, I think when it first came out, everyone was asking like 90. Then they went down to like 60, and now I think you can find them for like 35.
Yeah, I went up for like $17 instead of
oh wow, nice.
Random like it was like a local con, and the guy was just selling them. He had 2 of them. I was like, oh, I'll just buy one to have it.
Yeah.
But...
And they say it doesn't come with alt card art, but it kind of does, because the picture in the corner is different than to reference that Luke. So it's technically not alt art, but it is a little bit. So there's some stuff, like, I have thoughts about it. In the end, I think it's a net positive that these things happen, because they're cool, they're sought after, makes other people take interest in the game. People who just there are people who just buy models to paint them because they like sets wildly enough. And having this, like, they're at the con, like, oh, cool, Star Wars exclusive thing, yeah, I'll pick it up. Oh, what's this Legion? Like that's good, I think, a net gain. But the FOMO feels bad. But also,
right,
like,
I'm gonna cut in here for something you just said. Some people buy models to just paint them. You, Evan, you find yourself in the right position at Gen Con, you camp out all night, whatever. You get yourself a Strike Me Down diorama. You go to play Rebels in the next tournament you're in.
Yeah.
Do you bring your loot part of $1,000 MSRP?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Oh my god, I'll even bring it to a casual to be like, look how try hard I am. See, look how deep my wallet is. No, well, the thing is, like, yeah, dude, for real, right? Like, honestly, it'd be like, I have some friends who paint like professionally, and more or less I'd probably go to them and be like, what would you want to do this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say correctly, but like, well, and they'll give me a price, probably gonna be like $200-300, which is, because usually if you're asking for the going rate of asking a painter to paint something for you is like, it's like double the cost of the model for, it's like the cost of the model for like tabletop, double for above that, and there's like, you keep, is that right? I think that
it depends. I mean,
it's so I'm sure I'll be paying like $300 for one of my friends to just make it look, so I can put it, like, write it back up there and then never play with it. Just be like, oh yes, I'll just keep the dust off of it. But it's cool. Glad to see it. I hope we get these things released for normal Legion like they do for MCP. I think that'd be a really cool way to introduce, like, operative Ben Solo for Rebels. Like, he's around he's turning down the shields or something, right? Like a little, like, cool diorama. All that would be cool. Because he's on card art, but he's not in the game, and that's
you mean Ben Kenobi, sir?
Did I say Ben Solo? God, yeah, I'm sorry. Brain cell. I don't know what's going on. I was
say for the Rebels. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Just I'm blowing it. So yeah,
Well,
Ben
you were
Kenobi.
saying Ben would be so low, like he.
Yeah, there
is
you go. See,
Yeah,
yeah,
low,
yeah.
awesome.
He'd be
That's-
really crouched down low in the diorama because it's all the big towers and everything.
Evan with the fumble. Austin picks it up, recovers, runs to the end.
I got you. Hey,
But,
Bam, man, okay, we stick together.
See, he's already earned his keep. This is why he's here. But no, it's cool. I hope they release stuff like this just like as a normal release to say, hey, here's maybe they do like a alt sculpt for Obi-Wan and Anakin with like a back-to-back pose, and maybe there's some B1s on like a part of a planet, like, and there's like, yeah, it's the alt sculpt Ben and Solo, Ben and Anakin. I almost said it again. Ben and Anakin. What I'm saying is there's a lot of cool room
Ben
for
and
stuff like
Anakin?
this. Yeah, Ben, dude.
Yep, it's just good pal Ben. That's pal Ben.
I don't know what's going on. My brain's just like having an aneurysm talking about Star Wars right now. But I really hope that these come out, and I hope that these come out as a regular product like they do with MCP. Like the one they just showed at Adepticon was the fight with Killmonger and Black Panther on top of the waterfall.
Yeah,
like that's sick. That's really cool. Like or the one that's out now. Well, there's Spider-Man, Doc Ock, and then there's
Sabretooth and Wolverine. But
and
cool thing, and I hope it translates to Legion too. So like when Spider-Man and Doc Ock first came out, it was just like alt art cool cards.
Yeah.
But then when the Wolverine and Sabretooth came out, it's like it's actual two different unit.
Yeah, that's sick.
So I would personally like to see them go that route with Legion, and just like I think it would be perfect for like Grievous Obi, like instead of releasing standalone operative packs like they did for Luke and Vader, maybe
just do this. Yeah. That's actually a really good. That's a good point. Like, look, man,
there was a little bit of throwback to FFG got back when they released models. They were only in a terrain pack, the R2 and 3PO.
Oh yeah,
there was a bit of a backlash there.
Yeah, that's fair, but they didn't sell it right. They didn't like do this right. They didn't like put R2 and C3PO maybe with an alt Leia in the hallway crossing the Tantive, right, when they're running across the hall when all the lasers are shooting at them. Like that would have been, you sell me that, like, hey, it's like $50 for C3PO and R2D2, but they're in this little alt pose, like he's running with his arms up, and you've got maybe some alt sculpt stormtroopers in the back shooting like at down the hall. Like that's how you get me to buy it. When you give me like a crappy pod that like it blocks one model LOS maybe, and the mission stinks, I just don't like. That felt bad. But do it right like this, or like you've been doing with MCP, and I think you've got it. But yeah, no, just make it like interesting, I guess is my end of the line. Like downed ATSD is a cool piece.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy it. That's like it's the price of a normal ATSD, I guess. Or like the bunker. Cool. I don't want to buy it. Right? Like it's kind of just a brick. So do cool stuff like this. People will be interested. Oddly enough, that Wolverine and Sabretooth bunker that they come with works great for Legion, actually. It's actually better than the bunker that they made for Legion. Because it's got some like decent, it blocks LOS, right? It's like just small enough you could put in the middle as a middle train piece, and it doesn't like cut off half the board, but it hides like speed, like it hides some stuff. It's very good. Weird cross promotion.
A little crossover here.
Yeah, I know. It's
that's
just what happens.
My grammar's just pennies. What?
Rambles. Yeah, I know. Grammar's just used to my like verbal diarrhea that I just keep talking. All right, so Grammar, what releases this month?
Well, I believe that would be one Commander Cody.
The big sea dog himself. All right.
Cody.
So Gar gets something new. They get Cody. He comes with Waxer and Boyle. If you don't know what Cody is, you should. He's leader of the 212th. I'm a little sad they didn't do 212th Battle Force. I don't even know what, maybe more vehicles, I guess. It's kind of the kind of thing, but I don't need another box for it. Another like $150 box. Clone Commander Cody, free action observe 2, jump 1, take cover 1, direct vehicle and target 1. He's got a 2 red punch for advanced combat training. His DC1, geez, I was gonna say DC15A. Grammar, can you take over?
Sure.
Just to read the code for
So
me.
we've talked about it a little bit about this before, but for the sake of it, Cody's got a pretty good range 4 rifle. 2 red, a black, and a white with lethal 1 and impact 1. That lethal's pretty easy for him to trigger considering he has target and will probably be having an order. And he surges to crit, which is great for clone fire support stuff. 5 health, courage 2, typical named clone commander stuff, same as Rex. He's got a command slot, a training slot, and a gear slot. So I think he's pretty much anything you could ask for. He's 105 points. He does a lot of things pretty well. So
yeah, he seems like a jack of all trades, but a good one, not like, just gets rolled by other things that really
yeah.
like it.
He doesn't have any like
lot,
huge tricks on the card or anything that's like game changing, but he's just solid.
Yeah. I think Corey from the Inglorious Blasters, we were kind of talking at Adepticon about him, and he does everything. So he does the boring parts of Legion well because he's got take cover 1, so he can like dodge and then he can take cover, so he can hand out 2 dodges, which is really good for clones. And then he does the attacking, the fun part of Legion really well because he's got surge to crit. He doesn't have sharpshooter, but with 4 dice, you're probably getting 1. Either you roll a crit or you're hitting the surge.
Yeah.
So he does like both. Observes are really good. And his cards, we've went over them a few times, but just a refresher. Bring It Down. I don't think they meant it to be a 40K reference for Imperial Guard, but that was one of their orders you could give. The ones I remember were Bring It Down and first rank fire, second rank fire. I think was like the good stuff. Bring It Down, 1 pip. During his activation, Clone Commander Cody may perform his free action or free actions up to 2 times. When a friendly unit declares an attack against an enemy unit that has observed tokens, you may spend that token. If you do, the attack gains suppressive if the enemy is a trooper unit, or impact 1 if it's a vehicle unit. So pretty cool.
I like the vehicle hedge. Also, supply drop Cody MVP.
Oh, yeah, it's actually pretty funny. Yeah. Have I ever let you down? Question mark. I was not going to read it as a question, but we're back. 2 pip. Clone Commander Cody, 1 troop. While a unit was issued an order by this card, is at range 1 of Clone Commander Cody and suffers wounds from an enemy attack. After the attack is resolved, if Clone Commander Cody is at range 4 and has LOS to the enemy unit, he may perform an attack against that unit. Pretty good. It has Obi on the cover. On the art. So like that's like the wanted interaction, but you looks like you have some.
We'll get to that. It's not really the ideal one, but it is what they sort of want.
Yeah.
I think the bones are there for Obi, but like it's just bones. We got to put some meat on them,
Yeah, there's not enough left after you do that.
I just want Obi to be good.
Yeah,
I just want Obi to be good.
I was actually really looking at playing Obi again. A side tangent here, because aggressive tactics is still really good on him. He does like the defensive Jedi stuff still very well. He doesn't have Anakin's like counterpunch threat into Dark Troopers, but I still really like him, especially bringing AT and dodges and stuff.
Cody's got the stuff to work with him. I mean, he has to take cover if all Cody's doing is, hey, take a range 4 shot with an aim and give Obi-Wan a dodge. I played a list the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago. And I was just like trying to go like how much defensive tech can I like cram into this? And I was playing a Boyle in a Protector Phase 2 squad, and like the frame is there. I think a lot of points updates need to take place before it's like.
Yeah, ironically, when I was talking about playing OB, I did not really consider Cody, just because it's a little bit too much points. Up top.
Yeah. I
It
think
is.
if OB were like 10 less, maybe like if he was on like par with Anakin's costs, I think it'd be.
Yeah, that's my big thing with him is Anakin is there's pros and cons, but he's just better. He feels just better to play for less.
Yeah.
Now I think Obi did get a 5-point drop from 175 to 170. Look out, General Grievous. You're getting encroached on being the most
Okay, so Obi is nowhere close to
I
Grievous
know
territory.
They came in the same box, which is really funny, and the one's just like strictly better than the other one, like by a country mile. But combined arms, last Cody card, 3 pip, 2 troopers and 2 vehicles. That's actually the third 4-order issue card we've seen. It's been Tax Strike. We're not programmed in this, I believe. There's luminous beings and entire legion, but this is kind of unique. During his activation, Clone Commander Cody may perform his free actions up to 2 times. When a friendly vehicle declares an attack against an enemy that has an observation token, they may spend the token. If they do after the attack, a friendly clone trooper at range 1 of the vehicle may perform a speed 1 move. I suppose if you got this lined up right, like let's say you had 2 ISP platforms and they were kind of like staggered, you could just have a clone just keep like zipping up, right? Like if they kept spending 1 observation token.
I don't think that works off of the Kyle was mentioning this in our little internal Discord a bit. It doesn't think it works off of, and granted, he could be wrong, I could be wrong. It doesn't work off of the gunslinger because the timing is just one attack.
I'm not even talking
pools.
about that. I'm talking about like if you had like a couple of vehicles, you could just like.
I was thinking the same thing with like multiple barks or something. You could really just zip a clone, which is insane when you think about it. Like with like hostage exchange or something, they just disappear.
I tried it with 2 ATRTs with laser cannons, and it was a cool little trick, but it takes some effort to set up, and it's not like it's like you're doing all that to set it up, and you're just getting shot in the face.
The juice isn't worth the squeeze.
Yeah,
right. Like it's
close though. Like it's on the fringe of being like I haven't figured out. I haven't like cracked the Cody code yet.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. He might take some stabs at this year soon.
Yeah, he's weird because he's 105, so that's really reasonable. Like that's extremely reasonable for the amount of stuff you get, even just on his card. Yeah. So I think I was messing around with.
Yeah, so let's build some lists here. You go first, Evan.
All right, we'll do.
Chop it up. I'll take one and then hand it over.
Push. Let's see.
Of course, Obi's in it.
Oh yeah, because it's. I sternly believe that besides Blizzard Force being like so dominant, I'm going to pretend in my little world right now that Blizzard Force doesn't exist. Let's just take that off the market.
Do Dark Troopers exist?
Kick them to the curb.
Yeah, dude. Dark Troopers exist because they won't go away. Like even everyone kind of is in agreement that Blizzard Force needs to like chill. Right? It's a little.
How very Mr. Freeze of you.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. But Blizzard Force is like just so over the top that it's hard for anything. I don't want to see like the word I'm looking for is like wholesome, like anything that like someone's like, hey, this is just a cool part of the movie that I want to play as. Like Blizzard Force just deletes that, right? Like not even.
I think Darts are actually worse for that kind of list than Blizzard is.
I don't know.
Probably
you have a real cold heart to play Blizzard.
Yeah. Yeah. What
you gotta be a
sort
real
of
son
just
of a
absolute
gun, huh?
jerk?
a real so and so. But my point being that I think that once that cools down, I'm on the train where you could probably tech in some stuff to deal with dark troopers. I mean, they're oppressive. Don't get me wrong, but I guess okay. So when I'm talking about this, maybe like say dark troopers and Blizzard don't exist. Let's just think of it like that. It's like a
So let's
list
say
that you
they
could-
don't they so they don't warp the meta. So you're building
yeah, let's say
this
they're not like
not expecting to need impact 30 million or
oh god.
a plan to deal with.
Yeah, so
all
you
the
could
Blizzard
because you
stuff.
can tech in like an RPS with clones and be like, I'm okay. Like
That
I
is
can
not
like,
enough, sir.
well with like a maybe even two. I've always been on the boat that like I wish you had a sideboard. So you'd see your opponent's list and you're like 100 points, you could like swap in and out. I really like the loadout system that the release of Cassian and Iden got the
Yeah.
the loadout wave that we'll hopefully see again. I like that idea because you see what they have and you can like prepare. It's like you're going to fight, you see the enemy coming with a hedge, you just tell the clone to like put down the DC 15 and pick up the RPS.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that could
All right.
All right.
totally.
Hot take here. Very, very minor blup shitto. If you were to do an upgrade that would give loadout, how would you do it?
Give loadout.
I think it'd be like a gear slot,
Gear slot for sure.
but what would you price it at?
Pay 5 point, like base 5 points, and then you still have to like pay for the other stuff. I think.
Yeah.
So like 5 points to have the ability to swap,
Oh.
but you can only swap out like a heavy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I
There's
was gonna
probably not
say,
many more slots past that. If
I was
like
gonna
the
say a
trooper unit's using
personnel.
it, it's
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say-
you got
ahead,
personnel. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got a personnel, you got a heavy, and you got grenades like for most units.
Yeah.
Maybe a training on some of them.
I was gonna say personnel would be interesting. Like maybe it's like a weapon coordinator or heavy weapons coordinator, and he just like you pay whatever you can pick something cheaper, right? Like loadout is.
Yeah.
So you pay for it, but you can go up and down. And maybe that would need to do some heavy weapon adjusting, which is fine. Like we can do that, right? Like that's to be able to say like, hey, I brought the heavy weapons adjuster on 2 of my clones. I think DC.
I like the personnel. I like the personnel slot a lot. It's a good thought.
Where is it? Like yeah, DC 15 is 24 points. So besides Echo and fives, you could take anything you wanted. Or even you could take the Z6 and decide you want to jump down to a phase
An
RPS. And like that's pretty, you're only losing a point. Like, okay. And then there's the shotgun. Then that exists.
That actually, you know what? If you had the loadout slot, you might see some shotguns, just in case it's a really dense board.
Yeah.
Out come those pump actions. Like
I think that'd be a really interesting design space. I'd like to see that. Then we need
Yeah, the layout system, like the pre-existing system already works perfect for that, because like you pay whatever your most expensive one is, you pay for that. Like I think it makes like fives and Echo kind of sketchy because like they probably just have to be in a squad.
Yeah.
But like generic heavy weapons.
You wouldn't ever load out. I mean, I guess you could, but God, if you load out it away from fives, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
I think we just do importers
Yeah, so
here.
just non-unique heavies, and you pay the 24 points, you can take the DC 15, and then if you don't want it.
I mean, honestly, I don't even see the restriction. Just if you really want to load out away from fives, because you have to pay for the most expensive one. If you want to pay for fives to get an RPS, sure.
Yeah.
Peace be the journey, power to you. We'll do oil, and we'll do a one with Waxer, just because they're cool and they're named clones. And then we'll do strike team with Echo, and we've got some points. We'll do obligatory double bark. And then maybe like we could do okay. All right. That's not like it's not amazing, but or even if we do like Bark and we do uh double RPS on the Barks. And then we got some points for what we got? Training, he doesn't really need it. Command cards, all of Obi's, all of Rex's.
You can all of Rex's.
Oh geez, Cody's.
You can-
Man. Look, I'm
We're
gonna
getting
say
them
this up front.
every time. I'm just gonna
I am neither
right on
drunk.
them.
I am neither drunk nor high right now. I am the stone cold sober, and my brain's just like not handling it well.
You
Look,
could
man,
up
the tour, okay? The tour took a lot out of it.
Yeah, look, man, it's been a rough.
Exhausting playing the kazoo for 4 hours a night.
I'm out there killing myself. I guess I could even take a bid if I wanted. Like I don't know, what do we want? Hostage, intercept, isn't
bombing run
bad.
breakthrough.
Yeah, bombing run, breakthrough, like
And you had Obi-Wan, so key's not bad.
there we go. I won't really worry about the other deployment conditions too much, but okay, like that's. I mean, you could put some upgrades in there to like. This is just off the top of my head. So I have a. I'll go over the list for the audio listeners here in a sec, but this is more or less. I just want to play all the cool name clones. That's my goal, but I could kick Obi-Wan out for Rex and do some more like cloney stuff in there, but it's the 501st, so like you gotta. So my list is off the top of my head here. Clone Commander Cody with improvised orders, Obi-Wan Kenobi with barrier, push, vigilance, and protector. A phase 2 with fives and a clone medic. Actually, that's what I could do. I could just make this guy a phase 2 to get another there he is. Another surge in there. Phase 2 with just Boyle, a phase 1 with Waxer. Yeah, they can just be Scout 1, Discipline, so actually could do that. Needs a bid. Scout 2. They're objective grab guys. So a phase 1 with Waxer and Recon, Arc Strike team with Echo and Recon, and then 2 Barks with the RPS 6 gunner. And like that, it's not like amazing, but you could go to a 3-round tournament at your local and you could do 2-1. And they could do 2-1 pretty easily with that. Or even in the game you lost, I don't think you're going to get run over. Is my basis. Like when you build a list, when I look at it, when you send me or let's say people send me list stuff to look at and they want my advice, I look at it and the first thing I thought was, will this just get run over by something that's like tuned, right? It's like no fat, just stats. And if the answer is no, it won't get run over, I'm like, okay, you're good. Like, go have fun. Like this is fine. But so yeah, that you could do like okay. You could probably play most objectives. Armor may make you sad, but you got a lot of hedge. 2 RPSs on the Barks and Obi can deal with it. Cody will roll crits. Like I think it'll be okay. And then like a lot of trip B1s. You've got a lot of like just Barks will clean up B1s pretty well. So overall, I think that's probably mine. It seems pretty like casual and good. But what have you been playing, Austin? We'll jump to Nick at the end here.
All right. So it's similar. It's similar. I was looking at Cody.
Mhm.
I tried Hunter on him just to see on the on like the 2-pip card.
Yeah.
Have I ever let you down?
Oh yeah, that's pretty
Like
good.
how many times can I attack something with Cody that turn, and like how many aims can I generate? It was total meme, total like troll-tastic. But yeah, I found that like improv on Cody is probably all you really need. Like you don't really need much on him. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you put like recon intel. So I definitely had Cody Obi. Obi was the exact same as what you have. So
Okay.
I had recon on Cody, and then I had so the phase 2 squad I had was Boyle, a mortar, Protector, and then I had Recon Intel for Scout 2. And most of the deployments I had, it let me set up the mortar in a spot where like I could potentially fire support it
Okay.
with like an ATRT. So like I was thinking against like dark troopers, right? So
Yeah.
so we got those guys, and then I had I had a phase 1. So I didn't have a second phase 2. I only have one phase 2. And then I had in the phase 1 squad, I had a DC-15 and a medic. And then I had another squad with 5s and a medic. Oh, no, sorry, I wasn't playing 5s in this one. That was a different list.
Okay.
I think I just had two DC-15s with medics.
Okay.
I think I just had 2 of those guys. And then so if you take out Echo and the 2 Barks, what was I looking at? All right, so I think I had 2 ATRTs with laser cannons, and I found that just having a mobile wall
Pretty
was
good.
not bad. And then I think to get to 8 activations, I had another just naked Bark in there. Or no, maybe I had 3 ATRTs. Yeah, what's the points coming out to? No, it was a naked Bark. Just to like,
If you had your 1 point over, so you might have maybe jostled some upgrades around.
yeah. This is I actually don't think I had recon on Cody. I think I might have just had 3 ATRTs.
Yeah, because that works. Like a naked ATRT for clones isn't bad.
Yeah, I don't hate the total naked ATRT at all.
For 60 points.
60 points, crit 1, impact 1. Sorry, just a hit for fire support. Yeah. It's a mobile wall. And if you do kick something, it's 3 red.
And impact 1.
Yeah.
Wait, does the just real quick, does the rebel one have impact on the kick? I don't think it does it?
No.
Yes, it does.
It does. Oh, is that eroded? Oh, like I don't remember that being there, but all right.
Yeah, but
fear the feet.
That's kind of what I was trying. It's kind of supposed to be this like the foundation's there, but I think it needs help with like points from OB. I think the DC-15's still like 2 points overcosted, maybe. Like you're kind of just like fishing for crits, and I would be like, I'm not a clone player, but I wouldn't be mad if like clones, like if the DC-15 got a 2-point reduction. But basically it's supposed to be this like phalanx that can play, like you're probably not playing bombing run against speeders, they'll just get it turn 1, like you'll have to get it there like turn 2 at the soonest. So you're probably not want to play bombing run, but you could play breakthrough this, and you just kind of like all march up behind the ATRT, and then like things can pop out. You've got like speed 1s with Cody's command card, because like he already directs a vehicle, so that command card, like it kind of feels like it's enticing you to play more than 2 vehicles.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So it'd be 5 orders normally, right? Like any one of his cards is technically has a vehicle.
We'll get to mine.
And a vehicle. Clone Commander Cody and a vehicle.
Yeah, but it's just supposed to be this like walking phalanx, kind of like how 501st was a little bit, except this like you have 3 walls that, like, you just run them together and walk everyone else up behind them. And if they're like shooting ATRTs, then depending on what the objective is, like I had breakthrough, I had payload, because you have 3 walls and you can just walk up in front of their payload and it can't move.
Like, that's funny actually. Yeah.
So I had that. I had hemmed in as a deployment. I had KP because you can like displace stuff. And then I had, what was the last objective? I think I had so I had hostage. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are like my objectives, but it was not the greatest list. It definitely feels like there wasn't enough meat on the bones, but it felt like the bones were there. And
that's fair.
Like it could be something like I'm putting it in the filing cabinet, putting it in the office drawer, and we'll come back to it at a later date.
That's fair. That's what I was thinking with mine too. Just like we'll see. Like But what do you got, Grammar? What was yours?
All right. So let's start fresh from the top here.
Yep.
I have Commander Cody.
Yep.
Shocker. With aggressive tactics.
Okay.
Then I have the Clone Commander.
Yep.
With improvised orders.
I remember when you're like, the perfect 501st list, no named characters, just clone commanders.
Yes. He's got improv.
Okay.
I got a phase 1 with 5s and a medic.
Medics aren't bad for 15 points.
Yeah, huh? They're not too bad. And I have 2 phase 2s with Z6s.
Oop.
One of those has a medic, and the other one has Boil.
Okay. Do you have Guardian?
Yes, Boil is the Guardian one. Oh,
Yeah, so,
Protector?
sorry,
No, I
Protector.
did not take Protector.
Okay. All right.
Then I got an Arc Strike team with Eto. And
Arc Strike
3
team.
Bark Troopers, 3 Bark Speeders with RPSs.
With RPSs. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Damn. Really hoping for those non-existent Dark Troopers, huh?
I mean, they're still a good shot, even.
Yeah, they are. It's double rainbow, right? A range 2
Yeah,
and 3.
double
That's
rainbow.
pretty good.
It's gonna tear up my ATRTs. So
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, I didn't have this. I just counterpicked his ATRTs. So yeah.
Dude, Barks are so good now. It's ugh.
Their objective play is really good.
They play objectives well. They kill okay. Like
Yeah,
when they're
with
shooting
the
because they have
sidecar,
Marshal 2, or even without the sidecar, they're like red, 2 black and white, right? It's pretty
yeah.
good.
It's
Like
not bad.
for 55 points.
Yeah.
Right. Like
so I think it is a little bit of I have more hit points on the board. I am still considering. I wouldn't necessarily hate if I dropped Echo into like a naked phase, or maybe like a phase 1 medic or something.
okay.
Just to go maximum beef here or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the core of what I'm looking at. And for missions, I was running bombing run, breakthrough, payload. Same ones he was running actually. Bombing run, breakthrough, payload, and hostage. Hostage there specifically for that 3 pip to just bolt them.
You
Bolt
could
them
even
back.
like sacrifice 1 bark to move
Yeah.
up to get
They
to
hit,
the
but
boop, 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 boop.
yeah, it's but even like if it's turn 2, yeah, I'd probably sacrifice a bark to do it. But yeah, they're
Yeah, that seems
pretty
good.
solid.
I also had the idea
a lot of face-up orders. So I got
yes.
I got 2. I got from the commander, and I got 5s. I got 3 for free every turn from direct and coordinate.
Yes, because you get 1. Well, as direct.
Get 1 vehicle,
coordinate.
1
Coordinate.
trooper,
Yeah,
and then
yep,
5
Clone
coordinates.
Commander. Yep, that makes sense. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forget that. Like,
I'm a droid player. I like my face-ups.
no, it's like why? I'm like, why do you take Clone Commanders to? Yeah, poor Rex. Like, man,
you should probably have direct.
yeah, dude. Like,
Give him like
right,
direct special forces or something. Like,
something like, or phase 2 specifically. You could just call it a trooper name, like direct phase 2. I don't know, like whatever you want. Like, you can make
Yeah.
it specific. Because it just stinks that like the Clone Commander is always probably the right play over Rex. I know there's one gentleman in the Discord, your name's eluding me, who made day 2 with Rex, which is very impressive. A man of my own heart, going in with something that everyone says is bad and then like rubbing it in their face. But you did it. Did better than me too. Commander Luke just couldn't hang. But it's but like why not ever just choose Clone Commander? Right? Like it's just such a bummer.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list idea was basically just make a bunch of surge tokens for that main block, try to get them as long as it can. And hopefully try to abuse Guardian. If I did end up swapping the ARC troopers, let me see here.
Turns out when your whole army has Death Trooper rolls, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So if I could make the phase 1s actually boil instead, it's a more expendable squad. I can throw the Guardians on and just double medic the phase 2s.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, I had a dream that you could bring back the Saber Tank unironically. Or even the Lat. Lat's like,
I think
so
Saber Tank is
Saber Tank's real.
That might be a.
You're just trying to abuse Hound and Grizzer. Well, with Cody stuff. How abuse Hound and Grizzer.
Abuse.
I say it like it's like the meta defining card, Hound and Grizzer. Still 8 points.
Been lurking in the shadows all these years. Waiting to be abused.
Finally, my time has come after 4,000 years.
Alex Davey, if you're listening to this, we found it. We found it.
We found it.
He's like, this is my Galen Urso moment. I planned it. I planned a
small weakness
trap in Legion. It's Hound and Grizzer.
Hound and Grizzer.
I built it.
You can just do something silly like the C6s, whatever you want. Hound and Grizzer with Commander Cody, because the Lat will always get the order. And then you could give it like you could actually give the Lat link targeting array, which is wild.
Yeah. Onboard comms too, I think maybe if you're transporting something, like not a bad. I mean, I played onboard comms at Adepticon, and like it's kind of a meme card, but it has a purpose, you know.
Yeah. Well, because you can always make sure what you're transporting goes when you want it to go.
I would use it on like turn 2, so I could play pin down and Vader's inside, and like that won me the game, like 2 games, because
that's amazing.
I shot B1s and split fired, and with pin down on, so it's like now you can't move and claim your box. So now my box.
Oh man.
Yep.
So
that's real good.
Onboard comms is solid.
So I think this is something. There's some experimentation to be had here, between Cody and the Lat with Hound and Grizzer, or you just do like, if you want something that I can just tell you is good, Saber Tank, Cody, Veteran Clone Pilot, Man the
TLT.
Beam Rifle, TLT, High Energy. Actually, I don't think you take High Energy. I think you take Armor Piercing. Just in case.
In today's world.
Oh for those non-existent Dark Troopers. And like you could build that and then fill out. That's 326 points.
I mean, I don't hate it. So
do whatever you want.
I don't know the math on the Saber Tank. I can tell you the math on the AAT is the armor piercing shells actually hit harder than the high energy shells if you have 2 aims.
Yes.
But the AAT's main gun is throwing all red. So the math probably changes a bit. It's still probably better to high energy, just for damage on the Saber Tank. But,
I mean, I guess you have impact 2 built in, but
I think the high energies though, like I think it makes sense on the AAT because the main gun has high velocity.
To double down on.
I think the high energies are kind of like you're just gonna throw 3 dice into. Like that's the thing I found with like tanks is like you're probably shooting into heavy cover just because of how the
there's almost no way around it.
But
the Saber Tank does have if you the turret doesn't have a minimum range, does it? I know the shells do.
1 to 4.
No, the
turret. The TLT 1 to 3.
The Saber Tank can just like speed to move up to something and just like boop them and then blast them. Like that you might be able to get an open cover shot that way. Maybe.
I guess my takeaway is I think it's the Saber Tank will actually see play now as a non-ironic. Either you're playing because you just love Saber Tanks right now. You're like, man, Saber's my favorite. Or you're like, man, I'm so sad I can't do the Yoda Padme tank shoots 18 times around.
Rest in pieces. I hated that list so much.
It's drowning at the bottom of the ocean somewhere, and that's where it's gonna stay.
Yeah, dude, that was miserable to fight against. So you can actually put it down now and feel like you're getting your points out of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like you can take the tank with Cody. Cody keeps tossing in a name, so it always has an order and a free aim, so you can aim again, fire. You got a veteran co-pilot for more, whatever you need. I think that's like it's legitimate now. When you see Cody in a tank get put down this side of the table from you now, you should be like concerned. Like, how am I going to deal with this? Because this is gonna be firing every turn.
Yeah,
And
cover that.
But unless you are against someone who has tech for non-existent Dark Troopers, that Saber tank's probably not ever going to die.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you got R2, you could pop in.
Maybe. I mean, that thing's going to have surge tokens for days.
And an extra 4 hit points with R2 if you want.
3PO let you get, is it just troopers or does he let you calculate?
It's troopers.
Okay, so yeah.
But you calculate whoever
So if
the
you get into
veteran's
Cody
gonna-
though, he can veteran clone pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still only 1 token though. So
So
Cody could like take cover. I guess Cody could just take cover and dodge, but then you don't get to shoot with him. But like if you play R2 and 3PO, he could like take cover to the tank and it has outmaneuver. And then you can calculate odds to Cody to give Cody a dodge. And then the tank's got 2 dodges.
I think the veteran clone pilot doesn't care about that 1 token rule, right? He's just, you and the other unit can spend each other's tokens, period. Yeah.
you know what? That is
Yeah.
technically correct. Okay.
Yeah, you could just-
Interesting.
So you can just walk up to Cody, dump a C3PO, dump a load of C3PO on him. And then he'll probably have an aim because he gave himself an order with something.
Yeah.
He'll have 2 aims at a dodge because C3PO will talk to him. And then when the tank goes to fire, you'll have 2 aims, and this is just when you want to. So you can like shoot when you friendly approach range 1 line of sight, attacks or defense. Yeah, so you can like shoot. Do you have to declare this before you roll the dice? What attacks or defends? I don't know actually. Because like what's
this? So with like targeting scopes and like in supply drop.
Yeah.
Targeting scopes is you can roll your dice first because it's during the
Oh, okay.
I don't think because there's a phase specified here. I think it's just whenever.
Yeah, okay. Because you can see your rollout first, see if you need to pull them in for the aims. And then if you don't, then you're like, well, I've got a couple dodges I could use in case I get shot.
yeah, it might be worth checking the forums.
Yeah. But I mean, it's as far as I read it, it's how it looks. But
So
I mean,
it's
like,
getting an order every turn though, so it is going to have at least a surge token kicking around for defense every turn, which is huge.
I think with R2, dude, that's crazy. I think with R2D2, it just really hammers down the don't shoot at this.
Yeah.
Like, it's a waste of your time to shoot at this because I'm just gonna. It has 4 more hit points now.
I almost like. You almost want them to try.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah,
it's not the even without like if R2 makes them not, you kind of almost want them to try. Like,
oh, absolutely, no. Yeah, so you move it up. You're like, just move my tank up for no reason into the line of fire of your book, guys. And they shoot and shoot and shoot, and they finally get some damage on it. Then R2 like removes it, and then they like you see there's them sink, realizing that was the wrong thing to shoot at while you're shooting at all their infantry. Yeah. But the thing about the tank now is, I feel like if it's in your face with all those double rainbow plus the armor piercing shells or the TLT, like a lot of the time the answer is just ignore it. I don't know if you can, like if it's just like removing a unit a turn, like wiping out an infantry squad a turn. I think at that point you have to have like some plan to deal with it.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't wipe out an infantry squad a turn.
It doesn't wipe out I mean,
let's look at it. Let's say it's fired the TLT. The TLT is actually pretty close to the AP shell.
So TLT is 3.
Yeah.
Well, AP shells are red and 2 black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is the TLT is 3 black, but gives you an extra crit 1.
So we got. I mean, that's a god roll, but no, we're not taking that one. So let's say. Okay, that's really good too. Die roll, come on. All right, that's That's not like nuts. All right, so we could like
Yeah.
a
That's
couple
actually
aims might help
pretty
that.
good.
Like,
Red.
but let me get crits there. Then you reroll 2 black. I mean that's another nutty roll. But like, okay, a couple like, I guess maybe you don't wipe out a squad, but like,
Yes, so it
pretty
should
close.
force like it'll force like 5 saves.
Yeah.
So you might get like a really unlucky rebel trooper squad, but like red saves, it'll probably take 2 or 3
still
shots to bring a squad down.
I guess I don't know. I feel like having a tank up there just shooting my hero every turn. I don't want that, and you're not really gonna have like the tank just goes where the tank wants to go.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of at the mercy of the tank.
It's still a wall too, right? Like
it's
Yes,
still a
it's
wall.
still a wall.
You just like hide things behind it, and it's a road.
Hide R2 behind it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
Like the
shitty.
payload
you're right.
can't move, like at all.
It's
Yeah.
that's real life. Yeah. So I guess like, so here's, if you're looking at Cody, like where do I start? Cody, Saber Tank, R2D2, C3PO, and then whatever else you want, man. Like you probably want to hit at least
that fits
8x.
into all the other list archetypes, like the Boiled Guardian, that still fits in there.
Yep.
Still got a decent gun line. You probably still throw a commander in 5s in there. Like,
yeah. It's I guess it's like maybe I'm excited to see like non Jedi clone lists do well again, where it's like, hey, I'm just the clones in the clone army, and I want a game, like I want a tournament, right? Like I want an event because I just brought clones. Like, cool, like that's great. I'd like to see that. Because I feel like they just, well, in the current meta right now, they're just like, God, Anakin, please carry us.
Yeah.
Ride that back, baby. Saber throw RPS, please.
Yeah.
We can't live without you. And that sucks that when right now, if you're going to go to a competitive event, you're like, well, I had an Anakin. And then I had an RPS squad. And then maybe 3 barks. You know, it's just very like paint by the numbers.
The
where,
checklist. We got Anakin. We got a clone commander. We've got a phase 1 or 2, probably 1 with 5s, because courage 2 is all you really need. And then you've got 3 barks for objective play, and then you fill in the rest of your like 300 points or whatever you have left.
It's kind of a bummer. It's like the days when you used to build Rebel and Imperialist. The first thing you do is just add 3 strike teams, and you're like, all right,
do.
now
World champ says 3 snipers to the best.
Oh man, dude, Luke, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't. Also, Luke's a very high end player, so I take the 3 strike team thing at some scrutiny, as in he's just better than me, so like he can do that. So he's just like, the scrutiny is he's just better. So it's not like I can't quite like I'm not seeing able to do that. So
you haven't grasped the sniper meta yet?
Dude, it's not again. I hate snipers. I was so glad to see him go. And then he wins with 3, and I'm like, God damn it, Luke. Like, come on. No, we were almost free.
Almost. I don't think there was a single game that I think he had 2 of them on stream that like he was ever in danger of losing his snipers before they got like 3-4 shots off. Like
Dang.
I think
like the amount of like precision, like I feel like he just walks up the table, he's like, all right, I already know where the snipers are going, like before he even knows what deployment they have.
Yeah.
He knows where the snipers are going to be.
They were just, man, I remember we were at Neo.
He's been playing triple sniper consistently for like
4 years. Yeah. It's like pretty good. I remember when he used to use aggressive tactics with Palpatine, I think, and then you give the snipers surge tokens so they would hit better.
I should do that.
Oh, it's miserable. It's just, I hate them.
Pull the strings, do it twice.
Sniper. I'm like tossing and turning in my bed.
I just actually my most recent game of Legion I played Palp Boba list, and I hit the rule with respect on 3 snipers and a mortar and a shore trooper heavy.
Oh,
it was delicious.
miserable. Yeah, just like man.
I wanted to pull the strings on one, but I used it for a boba move.
Roller.
It's always
3
solid.
sniper dice. God, God. No, not 3 hits. Oh, God, crit. Snipers and crit just really like. There's a lizard part of my brain that just starts screaming when that
You
happens.
just double blanked though.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Triple blanks. Oh,
Oh God.
Oh
what's
God.
happening?
It's happening. What's happening?
He's forgetting that
They
they're
look like
aiming
my
though, so
snipers now.
it's really 5.
Yeah, it's actually, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a sniper. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Sniper shot I can be proud of. Man, I hate him. But all right. Well, what else we got on the docket? We don't normally would do another glup, but I'd like to have another like guest on to make them. So we have to have some of the deploy the garrison guys back on. Or no, we did them for them. I'm sorry. We have to have the
Glorious?
Inglorious Blasters because we kind of ran out of time. We're talking about ACO a lot. Also, Austin, you do an ACO?
Absolutely. I've already got the ticket.
Damn it. All
I have
right.
a title to go defend. First loser or last loser.
Yeah, there you go.
Man. Yeah, you made it to the top, didn't you? There, you were.
Yeah, I played Liam. It was the Florida man incident.
The Florida man incident.
That's how we met.
Don't say there's only one.
Yeah, that's funny.
The Florida man incident.
The Florida acting like it's not a headline. Yeah, I didn't
family up there, so my wife's family is all from up there. So
and
it was such a fun event last year, and Brendan has been talking about it a lot. I really wanted to try to make it happen. So
yeah, it's like not a bad drive for me. So Brendan's doing the right thing. 6 games or 5 games, 6 or 5.
I think he's doing 5.
5. Okay, that's even better. 5 games for $60 or whatever they're asking for. Good deal to go play Legion because you're actually going to get to play all 5 games. The only way to do it, especially at these cons that are like not really a con. They're just like
it's just tournaments.
It's just tournaments. So the bummer thing at Worlds was day 2. I lost my first game, so I'm out. And I'm like, man, I just kind of want to not play Legion today anymore. But my prizes were held. They're like, you got to play all 3 to get your stuff. And then so I got tabled the first game. And the second game was very close. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to play Legion anymore. So I go to, thank God it was Stabcast Ryan, and we had a good game, but he tabled me again. I'm like, it was just like, I'm the dead horse, and everyone's just taking turn whacking it with a stick. Like, are you happy yet? You having fun? I'm like, no, I wanted to go play Onslaught, please. I'm sorry.
No, you stay over there. I need my tournament space.
But at Adepticon, it felt bad to play that many games just because there's other stuff going on that I could do that, like I was already out. You lose one and top 8, you're not in.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I would like to have just cut and then went to go play something else. Like, right, it's like at Nova or one of the other big events. Or actually, Nova's not correct. Nova's
Gen Con. You can do it.
Yeah, Gen Con, dude. I love Legion. I'm a big proponent of you play 2-day games to get your full money out of it. But if I'm out at Gen Con, I'm just out. Like, I'm gonna go. There's just so much to do, right? Like at ACO, if you lose one and you're not gonna make the top, there's nothing else to do. So you play Legion still because you're there to do that. Yeah. But at Gen Con or PAX Unplugged, like there's just stuff, right? Like you can just go walk around the vendor hall or whatever. Like it's so my mind just become, if it's going to be a smaller con like ACO or Nova, I want the double day because that's what I'm there to do. I'm just there to play Legion. Give me 2 days. I'm paying the money. We're good. At bigger cons like Adepticon or PAX Unplugged, I think if you can make it 1 day, just so you make it, and if you make the cut, then that's a second day thing. But because there's just so much other stuff to do, you don't feel obligated to like, stay. It's a weird. I know I'm kind of flip flopping on a little bit, but Adepticon really hit me where I'm like, I was out, And I'm like, man, I just do not want to play Legion anymore. I got like every time I'm losing, I'm just like tabled, like just everything off the table. Poor Luke was just like back in my bag just quicker than I put him on the table. So, but ACO, man, am I going? Oh gosh, probably. What's the date for this thing?
June 16th. So it's the weekend before my birthday. So whatever the
Oh,
16th, 17th. Yeah. Yeah, you know, we might have a little birthday shenanigans going on, you know, trying to get
you
the
gonna pay
wife.
$50 to
scroll
go
it.
in this
Scroll past it.
lavish pool? No, I'm checking out the whole page here. We're the
Yeah.
pool that I can't afford to go into.
Dude, there was totally a Jersey Shore kind of reunion last year. We like walked by in the middle of the night. There was like a rave going on or something.
Oh yeah.
Like, everybody's wearing sunglasses inside. We were like, what is happening?
Okay.
Which is popping.
Atlantic City Open's going to be big. You know it's big with 3 exclamation points. Buy tickets June 16th. Oh, gosh darn it. That's next month. Month after May. No, it's not next month. All right. It's April, May, June. All right. I might. That gives me so I have to recover from Adepticon financially.
Yeah.
I'll never
Right.
financially recover from this. So I have to recover that from financially. And I have to get ready for Gen Con financially. Nova's mostly paid for, except the hotel, because you buy your tickets and then like they bill you when you're there.
Yeah.
So like that's okay. Let's see
Gen
what we
Con,
got.
what, end or middle of August?
It's
Beginning?
the week. It's like the week before Nova.
It's early August.
Yeah, it's like
stitched or something.
yeah, Gen Con's here, and then nothing for a week, and then Nova's like the next week. So like work hates me during the summer because I'm like, man, I'm taking some time off here, and then I'm gonna take some more time off here, right? All right. Ticket insurance. There's something ticket insurance now. What is
$25.
dude? What a scam. I mean, what a good idea. All right. Okay. Oh,
Edit that, Jay.
yeah.
Yeah, what a great idea.
No, it stays. Okay, $70 for 5 games.
Yeah.
Is a good
So,
deal.
yes.
That's a good deal.
And I think like, aren't they trying to get like some like OP kits or something too? Like some
Yeah.
official price support. Like that'd be cool if they could get it.
It'd be nice if this because all we know is the only one that's been confirmed is Nova is going to be a world qualifier. But it'd be nice if maybe one of these or something got one, because I'd really it's like, man, I'm in this like pickle where it's like if they all of a sudden announce it,
Yeah.
the tickets will sell out because the new
Yeah.
run for Worlds happens. But if I buy it, I'm obligated to go. I feel obligated to go.
Yeah.
And man, that hotel. All right, let's just do a little financial. I bought the tray and then the mat last year, and it was cool. Like I put it together. That was neat. Oh, I didn't even check any of the games. What do we got here? We got Kill Team, good game. Song of Ice and Fire, neat. 40K, of course. Middle Earth, cool. Blood Bowl, Kings of War, MCP. Oh, MCP is an LVO qualifier. That's interesting. Warcry, Star Wars Legion, and then AOS, and then some more 40K stuff. $185 for a what? Warhammer 40K Championship. Oh, premium ticket. Okay. Still $100 to play. How many games do you get in that? You have 3 rounds of Friday. The 40K champs,
6.
ACO 23. Okay, that's 6 for $100.
9 games.
6 for $100 is okay. If it was just 3, I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Let's see. What's this hotel gonna cost me? Where is this?
Hotel's actually pretty reasonable. It's like I think on Thursday, Friday, it's like 120 a night, and then Saturday, or no, I think Thursday, Sunday it's like 120, and then Friday, Saturday it's like 160 a night. Which isn't bad.
Man, yeah, they spike you on the weekends in the casino. Okay, I mean like 137 for the average isn't terrible. Yeah, 105, 120. Oh my god. 105 for Thursday, nobody cares. 129 for Friday, then 179 for Saturday.
Yeah.
Man,
Just don't sleep Saturday. You'll be
what a
fine.
racket. Yeah, I mean it's a casino. You could just like walk around, like you just sit at a chair,
True.
keep pumping numbers in, and maybe you fall asleep. I don't know, maybe you don't, and then you wake up.
Just get some googly eyes to put on, and then you're
Yeah.
all-
Just straight up sunglasses. Just
okay. I mean, like that's not.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Man, all right. I like it's not. I'm really torn because I want to go support Brendan, and be there and play, especially if they do announce anything for it. Because I don't know if they will, because they just announced those kits.
Yeah.
So maybe my store, not my store, probably the store Millennium might get one. That's a world invite. I wouldn't have to pay like $600 in hotel fees to go do. Yeah, when I was at ACO last year, they're like, don't go outside at night. And I'm like, what? like yeah, just don't do it. Like, don't drink the tap water either. I'm like, where am I? Like, what do you mean don't drink the tap water? The guy's like, nah, man, just buy bottled water, bring it in or something. Don't drink the tap water. I'm like, okay, like, is this not a no quality control? What's going on? Yeah, gosh, I guess I am going to ACO.
Yes.
oh,
Damn it.
hold them.
It's only
For the record,
fitting.
I will
That's
not be
where we
attending
met.
ACO. I
Yeah.
need to save up my vacation time for Gen Con.
Yeah, that's Gen Con is what's that? Let's see, Gen Con.
Have they announced? Like, I would imagine Gen Con's also going to have World.
It has to, right? Like,
Yeah, there's no way
it has to.
Yeah.
Through August 3rd to August 6th is Gen Con. I think last year was the first Gen Con I went to? I think it was.
Last year was my first Gen Con, and I thought it was fantastic.
It was very cool. There's a couple sketchy times, so I normally don't get like social anxiety or anything. I used to when I was younger, but now I'm just so used to it. But when we were packed like front to back, trending into the vendor hall, and people were just like squeezed in to get in that door, I started like the lizard part of my brain again was starting to scream, like panic, it's all falling apart, like panic. And so I'm like, keep it cool, but like I could definitely feel like my brain started to be like, yeah, what if like something bad happens right now? You're just trampled to death. And then the doors open and then everyone went in, and like I just kept walking. Like I didn't stop at anything I wanted to see, just so I could get away from the pack for a minute, just to like breathe. And then like I stopped at some booth. I don't even know what it was. I'm just like, tell me about your cat in a hat game. I don't care, but I just need to do something while I'm here. Like I walked in for this. So Gen Con was a lot. And actually I did utilize that a quiet room, which is just like you go in there and like all electronics are silent, no talking, just if you need to sit and like read a book or something for a minute. So I did go in there at one point just to like because after I got COVID, I got wicked tinnitus. So like now I hear like right now my ears are ringing.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I have wicked tinnitus.
Anybody answer that phone?
On, all this, it's just the fleas come with the dog. We've been in a band and we've been
standing next to the speakers
all these years on the
whole
road.
But I had to like it was getting so loud in there that my tinnitus was getting louder, and I had to go in there for a minute just to like let my ears kind of like calm down from that. So I did appreciate that. But then that's August, and then Nova Open is so Gen Con's August 3rd.
That's not bad.
6th.
There's a few weeks between them.
Yeah. And Nova's like it's a new hotel, so I can't speak for the venue, but the last venue was very good. The Nova Open original venue was very good. Nova's a good time. They have one of the few painting competitions that's like not just a GW exclusive thing, which I appreciate. I'll be entering let's see, where is he? Down here. I'll be entering my Liberty Prime.
Oh, from the Fallout game.
Yeah.
Oh
I've
man,
got,
you got him at Gen Con last year, didn't you?
I did, yeah. He's been so just for reference, here's his base. It's a dinner plate of just
That's the thickums.
Straight resin.
yeah, oh dude, I hate resin too. I hate resin. I've been working with it I've been getting a game Dead Zone. No, actually Arena Rex, all the units are resin. I hate it. And then Dead Zone, your two heroes are resin. And man, do I really hate working with that. But this one's actually everything's pretty much pre-fit. So yeah, he's gonna be like, here's a meaty leg. So he's a big boy. So I'd like to actually paint him for the contest. I've never painted anything like this before. And I've never entered a contest. Oh, actually, yes, pretty funny. So I wonder. So Malifaux does alt sculpts of their units, and as like jokes. And this one is there's like a rat army, like a rat collector, but they turn it into alley cats. So it's a bunch of alley cat cards and like lime green models for the cats. I was wondering where that was. All right, it's apparently they were chilling with Liberty Prime underneath my desk. But all right, I think we'll wrap it up because I'm starting to ramble here.
What?
And
No.
never. And I appreciate everyone hanging in there. And a couple things. One, please check out our Patreon. I know Jay normally goes through that in the Scoundrels, but I'll say it helps support us. Two,
Also gives you access to our little personal Fifth Trooper Discord.
Oh yes, where you can talk to any of us. Ping us and we'll answer. So if you want one-on-one, ask us a question or something. If you join the Patreon and then join our Discord, then you more or less have free access to us.
We're all in there.
Two, brain check. Oh, Sword and Board podcast will be starting soon for Onslaught. We're going to be doing, I want to say in a couple weeks here, you'll hear something more about that, but we'll be doing like unit breakdowns. I'm sure we'll have Alex Davion or some of the other game developers to talk about Onslaught. So that's going to be
all cool dudes.
And then I think that's the only announcements I have. Looks like I'm going to ACO now. Sad. I
was going to ACO now.
Well, it's just like, you know what, Evan? You've been doing financially okay. You're recovering. The debt from Adepticon's like on a downward trend compared to your income. We're making it like in reasonable amounts again. Then I'm like, well, there goes a grand a grand of debt. So it's like hotel room, ticket, gas, food. Because I kind of like I pre-bill myself that, so the numbers make sense to me when I'm like, anyway, when I'm there. But everyone, thank you, Austin, for joining the team. You're a new valued member.
Thanks for having
the Fifth Trooper. And everyone, have a great night. Stay rad, and we'll catch you next week.
See you next week, guys.
See you.
Join us next week for another edition of the Fifth Trooper podcast.
This has been a Fifth Trooper production.